Thank you all so much for joining this evening. My name is Jessica Rauch, and I'm the facilitator of the SANS Cares Accelerator program. It is my pleasure to welcome you this evening and to introduce our first speaker, who is going to share much more about the Accelerator program and formally welcome you this evening and this morning. With that, I would like to please welcome Kristen Koka, the SANS Executive Director of Corporate Communications.
Thank you, Jessica. Good morning and good evening to everyone. Thank you for joining our second annual SANS Cares Accelerator Global Virtual Celebration. Ron Reese, SANS Senior Vice President of Global Communications and Corporate Affairs, has been delayed in transit this evening and is very sorry he is unable to make it. However, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to celebrate with you today. It's exciting to see so many people joining from around the world and representation from our most elite group of nonprofit partners. Today, we come together to celebrate the great work and accomplishments of our SANS Cares Accelerator members. You're going to see and hear highlights from the work our members are conducting around the world to make our communities great places to live, work, and visit. Featured on the program today, we have our graduating member, Green Our Planet, here in Las Vegas. Our most senior member, now in their third year in the SANS Cares Accelerator, Art Outreach in Singapore. Our first member in Macau, now in their second year in the program, Green Future. And our newest member joining the SANS Cares Accelerator in 2023, the LGBTQ+ Center of Southern Nevada here in Las Vegas. I'd like to kick off our celebration by giving an overview on the SANS Cares Accelerator and what we aim to accomplish through this global initiative. The idea for this program started sprouting in 2016 when we began to work with a local nonprofit, the Inspiring Children Foundation, or ICF. For our Las Vegas attendees, the organization was previously known as the Marty Hennessy Inspiring Children Foundation. Our CEO, Rob Goldstein, had been involved with ICF and was extremely impressed by the remarkable impact the program was having on at-risk youth. He wanted SANS to help contribute to their progress. As we got to know ICF, we saw an organization doing tremendous work, but they were hampered by resources and needed a runway from which to take off toward all the opportunities before them. Drawing on the legacy and inspiration of our founder, Sheldon Adelson, whose entrepreneurial vision is instilled in our culture, we began to look at a relationship with ICF from more than just a philanthropic or funding standpoint. Instead, we looked at how we could be a catalyst for ICF's evolution and growth. And the SANS Cares Accelerator was born. We created the program and ICF joined in 2017. In 2019, we expanded to 2 members when Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth joined. In 2020, we welcomed Green Our Planet, our 3rd member. In 2021, we expanded globally with Art Outreach joining in Singapore. In 2022, we completed global coverage with Green Future's entry into the program in Macau. And now, in 2023, we welcome our newest member, the LGBTQ+ Center of Southern Nevada. Each of our current members is going to speak about the work they are doing in the SANS Cares Accelerator. But first, I'd like to give an overview of the program and outline the core elements. The SANS Cares Accelerator creates a longer-term, more exclusive and committed relationship with the nonprofit partners who are invited to join. To identify members for invitation into the program, we look for organizations that have demonstrated they are ready for a leap or an upward trajectory. After a mutual vetting process, and if we both determine a fit, we invite the organization into the exclusive program. Members then select a program goal or area of focus to accelerate during their time in the program. To help members accomplish their identified goal, they receive support from SANS, including annual funding, structured guidance for setting goals, planning activities, and achieving their identified metrics, and consulting, mentorship, and strategic guidance from SANS in the areas where our team's expertise can benefit or support achievement of the goal. With these resources, the initiatives nonprofits undertake through the SANS Cares Accelerator are intended to create sustainable and lasting impact. Initiatives can include developing a new program or growing an existing program, expanding an organizational function such as marketing or human resources, or working to build the organization's capacity in another way that is meaningful to the members' development. At the end of the 3-year membership, The intention is that members will have grown their identified focus area in a way that is sustainable and enables them to further advance their missions. We are pleased with the progress the SANS Cares Accelerator has made since 2017 and how it's impacting our members and their service to our communities. I'll close with a short highlight video of the SANS Cares Accelerator. And thank you all for joining us to celebrate the program and our members' accomplishments.
What incredible progress. As the facilitator of the SANS Cares Accelerator program, I have a front row seat to the magic that happens when rising star nonprofits focus on an area of possibility and receive vital funding and tailored support from experts in their fields. We now have the special opportunity to hear directly from our current members who will share more about their missions and their inspiring accelerator journeys. We will first hear from our SANS Cares Accelerator member in Singapore. I am pleased to introduce the incredible Eve Hoon, Director of Programs and Partnerships with Art Outreach. Eve, I'll pass it to you.
Thank you, Jessica, and thank you, Kirsten. Hi, good morning and good evening to everyone, to our fellow SANS Accelerator members. I'm Eve. I have my team on the call with me as well this morning, and I really want to thank SANS for the opportunity to share more about the work that we do, as well as to congratulate Kiara and the Green Our Planet team. We met in the first year when we were onboarding, and it's really wonderful to see that we've come nearing to the end of our time in the Accelerator program now. So 2023 is an exciting year for Art Outreach. It marks our final year in the Accelerator program, but also our 20th anniversary year. And I'm really thrilled to be here with you to share about what we've been able to achieve through the program in our second year. So to introduce ourselves, Art Outreach is a nonprofit arts intermediary in Singapore, and we promote art appreciation as well as support art practitioners through 3 areas of work. So the first area is education, and that's where we organize talks, tours, and workshops for schools, access, as well as support. So in education, we go to schools and we present portfolios around areas of history and heritage, as well as social issues. We also present tours through public art tours across the city, as well as art workshops. The second area that we work in is in access. That's where we develop public art tours, as well as present exhibitions to help develop critical thinkers and consumers of the arts. Some of the images that you're seeing here are from our art in transit tours that we run through introducing art in the MRT stations around Singapore. So that's the train stations that we have. These are some of the public art exhibitions that we've run across the years. Pop-ups all over Singapore, as well as private collector exhibitions that introduce the public to the best of contemporary art and practitioners. And the last area of work that we focus on is the area of support. So this is where we provide disadvantaged children with art education through free art workshops that are led by artists. And the next slide. Where we also support art practitioners with funding, as well as opportunities to showcase. So one of our key initiatives under this is the Impact Art Prize that we run, and that we often run closely in contact with Marina Bay Sands as well. One of the key initiatives under the umbrella of support that we have is Hearth, and that's a program that we launched with the support of the Sands Accelerator that provides practitioners with free art space, as well as funding to create and share their work with the public. Now, one of the most scarce needed of resources in Singapore is space, and Hearth really fills a very critical gap in the ecosystem by providing practitioners with the space at a very important stage in their practice. At the same time, the wonderful thing about Hearth is that the public gets a chance to come and experience the breadth and diversity of independent art practices that exist in Singapore, outside of the usual institutions and gallery spaces. This has been a really popular program that we've been able to grow tremendously through the support of the Sands Accelerator. More than just offering artistic presentations, what has been really a large area of resonance with audiences is the ability to speak to the artists in person when they come to visit the space, as well as to access the kind of shows that address wider social issues. So the artists that showcase with us often touch on issues of mental health, the environment. These are some of the examples here. You'll see on the top left an artist that focused on visualizing climate change data in a way that was positive and engaging. Artists that work around processing issues of trauma and loss together through papermaking, spotlighting issues of mental health, inviting the public to create new materials out of recycled waste, as well as focusing on other social issues. So Hearth really provides a platform to see these dialogues. Before I delve into some of the really exciting developments that we've embarked on in our second year, we have prepared a really short video to show some of the things that we've done in this past year. The Sense Accelerator program has been really instrumental in helping us to transform Hearth from a pilot that we started during the pandemic into a flagship initiative. These are just some of the images of the many practitioners that we've managed to support through the initiative. Each artist that showcases with us not only gets space to present their showcase, but also a full suite of marketing support. So we take professional headshots and installation shots for them, producing artist interviews for them to build their portfolios. And the idea is really to see the space as an incubator that allows them to step onto greater opportunities. In fact, we're proud to share that a few of the Hearth alumni that have shown at our space have gone on to show in institutions, including the Art Science Museum at Marina Bay Sands in Singapore, the Arts House in Singapore, and many more, after first seeding their projects at Hearth. In our second year, we formalized the initiative by putting in place a curatorial panel. So this is served by the winners of our Impact Art Prize, and they help not only to review and select the proposals to offer a layer of transparency and accountability, but also importantly to offer mentorship and support to the practitioners, many of whom are emerging and may require some guidance in the presentation of their work. The SENS Accelerator has also enabled us to provide not just space, but also micro grant funding. And this allows practitioners to defray the cost of putting on an exhibition that can often be quite prohibitive in Singapore. So you can see some examples on the right of how the practitioners have really used a small amount of money to develop their shows, improve the presentations, and to produce interpretives and printouts that really support the public in understanding some of the issues that they're sharing. While the amount is small, it has really opened up the opportunity to practitioners who may not otherwise have been able to afford to mount a show. Many artists have part full-time jobs and they need to take time off to present their projects. So microgrant funding and this initiative that we've launched with SENS has really helped in this respect. We've also expanded Hearth beyond just being a space by launching a new series of professional development talks. We started our very first Hearth side chat, that's how we term it, around topics that include sustaining a career in the arts, finding creative inspiration, and very practical and transparent tips around pricing of artworks, securing gallery representation, and how to present their portfolios. So this is an example from the inaugural Hearth side chat that we launched in October last year with cultural medallion recipient Milenko Pravachny. So he's one of the senior artists in Singapore and a longtime educator, and he really delved into the behind the scenes things that many young artists were wondering about. And finally, one of the biggest impacts that the SENS Accelerator program has given us is enabling us to shift from a scarcity mindset to set more long-term goals. To this end, after 12 years in our current office space that you see on the top left there, we moved into a new space that's purpose-built. In the past, whenever there was a Hearth showcase, we would need to move out of our office. And now we've been able to have a space that allows us to support year-round showcases. It's a beautiful space with a library that practitioners can use as well. And by extension, allowing us to support more practitioners. This space is wonderful because it also allows practitioners the chance to learn about adjusting museum-grade lighting, features movable walls, and hanging mechanisms, really giving them a great white cube to test their projects. I just wanted to share some of the key milestones that we're very proud to have been achieved in our second year. We doubled our presentation space. The space that we're currently in allows us to showcase and support more than one practitioner at a time. We presented 41 exhibitions in the space, and by extension, supporting 153 practitioners. Many of them are group shows and collaborative in nature. 90% of the practitioners said that the opportunity helped to increase their profile and their network and secure other opportunities in future. We also received 7,645 visitors in person and many more online through the microsite that we've built for each of the projects. Of these visitors, 89% of them were new to art outreach. So Hearth has really been a key program in helping us to grow our audience. And 93% said that from visiting Hearth, they learned something new about Singapore art and artists. We launched the Hearth Site Chat series, and we also launched a micro grants scheme, as well as a patrons program, where we've had a private patron come to us and willing to add their support to allow more programs to be mounted at the space. Looking ahead to our final year, we return to the goals that we had set at the start of the program. We wanted to cultivate visual literacy, provide wider access and opportunity to the arts, support the professional development of practitioners, and promote art patronage in Singapore. And looking forward into the next year, we are excited to build on what we've done so far to expand our areas of support by increasing the open call reach, making sure that we reach out to many more practitioners around the world who may be Singapore-based, and to showcase to double the amount of exhibitions that we've showcased in the past. We also are looking forward to organizing more Hearthside chats and more Hearthside workshops, touching on wider topics and featuring a wider suite of speakers that can really support the professional development of practitioners. And finally, on the last note, to bring in more patrons to buy into Hearth and to support Hearth, as well as to organize Hearth pop-ups beyond our space, working with corporate partners and other collaborators to expand the impact of Hearth. So once again, I would like to thank SANS and to thank everyone for their attention today. And I would encourage you as well to scan the QR code there to our Instagram account. That's where we share a lot about the wonderful exhibitions that we do at Hearth, as well as the other programs under Art Outreach. We showcase a new practitioner every 2 weeks, and so it's a really wonderful space to learn about what's going on in the Singapore art scene. And you can also reach out to us through our Instagram or through our website if you have any questions. So thank you all.
Thank you so much, Eve, and congratulations on the absolutely exponential growth of Art Outreach overall, your beautiful new space, and of course, the amazing flagship Hearth program. I'm now very honored to introduce our member based in Macau, Green Future, and their brilliant vice chairman, Joey Choi. Joey, I will pass it to you.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Joey. I'm the Vice Chairman of Green Future, and we are very glad to be one of the members of the SANS Care Accelerator program. With the support from SANS, we're able to accomplish so much that we never could have imagined. So first of all, I will like to give a brief introduction of Green Future. So maybe next slide, please. Yeah. Green Future is a local environmental NGO in Macau, and we were founded in 2012. Yes. We aim to promote environmental awareness and sustainability in the local community. So we organize more than 200 workshops and seminars every year to educate people on various environmental issues. We were able to have the advertising, brand management, and visual media team from SANS to help us to produce a promotional video so that we can showcase our work. This video will be shown at the end of my speech, so you can see a general picture of what we have been done for the last year. Secondly, this is the behind the scenes shots, so you have a general picture how the video is made. So we also set up a social enterprise. It's called Safong, and we focus on providing commercial recycling services. And more importantly, we have our own office now, and we are able to provide commercial recycling services. Right now, we are working with IKEA and some local supermarkets and retail shops. So you can see pictures of our work. We also set up 2 recycling routes in 2 areas in Macau, and we are serving 33 clients. One of the routes runs daily and one works on alternative days. And since last October till this March, we recycle around 151 tons of copper paper, and this means so much to us because we start off with nothing, and now we are able and we are capable to recycle that much copper paper. So we also recycle in exhibition as well. So these are some of the images. We will put recycling trolleys in the venue and ask the exhibitor to put the copper paper into our trolley. From last April to this March, we work with 5 exhibition organizer, which SENS is one of the organizer, and we recycle total 10,000 kilograms of copper paper at 16 exhibitions. And 5 out of 16 exhibition was actually held in Venetian, and we gave briefing section to the SENS Eco Ambassador to educate the exhibitor on how to properly recycle their waste and manage their recyclables. We also provide professional trainings to corporates and to the public. And last December, we gave 2 training courses on sustainable procurement and recycling for staff from SENS. And we launched our first subsidized training courses for the public. And we are very happy to see actually many participants are actually environmental enthusiasts, and they're not coming for the money, they're actually coming for the course. Lastly, we work with Oxfam Macau to work on a project that supports scavengers and frontline recycling workers since last September, as most of the scavengers are living around the poverty line and they are prone to injury. So after speaking to them, we reached out to 86 scavengers and we conduct survey with 38 of them. And we are planning to launch a trolley support program in the 3rd quarter this year. So it helps us to reduce the time waiting at the recycling shops and also reduce the time they have to push the trolley, which will help them to reduce the risk of getting injured. So right now I'll show you the video of how it works, which was also produced.
綠色未來咧係澳門一個本地嘅環保團體，一直都有關注啦澳門環保同埋回收業嘅發展。近年咧就留意到啦，回收業逐步咁式微啦，行業嘅人員咧亦都越嚟越少。適逢咧有金沙關懷加速器非牟利組織成長計劃嘅支持咧，我哋就開展咗我哋嘅行動，協助成立一間社會企業十方環保回收社會企業有限公司。拾荒者主要面對嘅困難咧就係收入唔穩定，指價時高時低。最高嘅時候咧有6毫子1公斤，最低嘅時候咧只有2毫子1公斤。而家就好少少，有4毫子1公斤左右。而且咧回收到嘅數量咧亦都冇一個確實嘅數字，時多時少。另外咧呢個行業咧亦都好容易受傷嘅，例如用戒刀嘅時候啦，好容易會戒到手啦，啲手嘅關節咧會痛啦，手腳長期勞損啦，而且佢哋都屬於自僱嘅人士，只可以自己咧承擔返所有嘅風險。我哋主要支援前線嘅工作人員，包括咗拾荒者，例如推出招聘嘅計劃，令佢哋嘅工作受到法律嘅保障，至少得到最低工資嘅保障，協助佢哋購買相應嘅保險。同時，我哋推出咗手推車嘅支援計劃，希望佢哋有更好嘅工具。我哋都會出車幫佢哋回收紙皮，減少佢哋推車嘅次數，藉此減輕佢哋嘅負擔，減少道路阻塞同埋交通意外等等嘅情況。而家咧，我哋開設咗2條嘅路線，分別咗係氹仔線啦，同埋皇朝新口岸線。據我哋所知啊，前線嘅回收人員減少咧，導致咗唔少嘅商戶冇辦法進行紙皮嘅回收，所以我哋咧嘅車輛會定時定點去到呢2個區域提供回收嘅服務。計劃咧都受到好多商戶嘅歡迎。喺有條件嘅情況下咧，我哋希望開展更加多嘅回收路線。我哋同會議展覽嘅主辦單位合作，實行會展廢品回收處理及運輸服務，喺指定嘅地方放置回收嘅籠車，但係更加重要嘅係向參展商宣傳正確嘅分類回收方法。
之前都參加過好多唔同嘅會議展覽啊，但係都係冇回收紙皮嘅，一般都係自己帶走或者係掉咗去嘅。其實每一次展覽咧都會產生好多嘅紙皮啦，我覺得如果可以將佢哋回收或者循環，會係一件好好嘅事咯。希望會有更加多唔同嘅參展商願意參加呢個計劃。其實紙箱嘅回收過程係非常之簡單嘅，主要將箱入邊嗰啲垃圾攞出嚟，將佢拆開佢，摺埋，再搭好每一個紙箱，最後就放入籠車。但係需要特別注意嘅係箱上面啲膠紙咧係需要盡量搣咗佢嘅。
同時，我哋開始咗培訓嘅課程，提供同回收業相關人員嘅工作培訓，提升佢哋嘅技能，以及協助佢哋咧喺日常工作更好咁樣進行分類回收。
我哋嘅影印鋪經常接觸啲紙張，以前咧要大量嘅廢紙，唔知點處理啦。參加完嗰個培訓之後咧，原來咧要除釘啦，要膠面嗰撕咗佢啦， 分成4類紙，譬如分開個書紙同埋小冊子。而家我哋嘅店面咧進行緊回收工作嘅。
回收計劃同埋培訓課程咧係整個環保工作嘅一小步。環保係一個整體，我哋應該更加多去認識大自然啦，鼓勵身邊嘅人更加多去參與，推動社區嘅環保服務。喺社會嘅環境同埋生態環境嘅可持續發展之下咧，攜手為支持環保貢獻力量，共享綠色未來。
So this is pretty much what we have accomplished so far, and we will keep working on this project and hopefully to expand our service coverage in the upcoming future. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations, Green Future and Sapfong team. You clearly accomplished so much in your first year, from, of course, launching your social enterprise to the subsidized training courses and your support of frontline recycling workers. We cannot wait to see the impact that you continue to make as you progress through the Accelerator program. Huge congrats. And I'm now thrilled to introduce our newest Sands Cares Accelerator member, the LGBTQ+ Center, right here in Las Vegas. John Waldron, Chief Executive Officer at the Center, will share more about their organization and what they will focus on through their Sands Cares Accelerator experience. John, I'd love to pass it to you.
Thank you, Jessica, and good evening and good morning, everyone. I want to start by thanking Ron Reese and everyone from the SANS team who made this possible for our organization, and we could not be more grateful for the opportunity, and congratulations to the Green Our Planet team. We look forward to learning from you and following in your path in a very successful Accelerator experience. But thank you for the opportunity to share a little bit about the LGBTQ+ Community Center of Southern Nevada, or as we're more widely known, the Center. And as you can see here, we serve as a haven for all, not simply the LGBTQ+ community. We work hard to create a safe and affirming place for everyone to live authentically. These are the 6 categories essentially where most of our programs operate at the center, including along the top there where you can see our health and wellness, as well as our advocacy. And then along the bottom there, you can see our social engagement with the community, where we have programming from our youth to our seniors and our inclusive programming as well for our diverse community. Next slide, please. So the center serves community members from our campus in our downtown Las Vegas area, where it includes our cafe known as the Jolt, along with our resources for our community, like our computer lab, as well as our event center, where our constituents gather for meetings and activities. And you can see that space there in the bottom 2 pictures, which was recently remodeled and upgraded through the generous support of Sands Cares, which we appreciate very much. Next slide. The center is also home to the Arlene Cooper Community Health Center, and this is where we're providing counseling, testing, treatment, and ongoing support for the LGBTQ+ community, individuals and residents throughout Southern Nevada. With the support of Sands Cares, we've been able to expand our clinic recently to include a full-service pharmacy, and we're on track to become primary care providers for our community, as well as eventually working toward becoming a federally qualified health center. And the success of our clinic not only provides vital services to the community, it's also afforded us the opportunity to create earned revenue for the center and long-term sustainability. Next slide. So we engage the wider community in Nevada and partner with agencies and community groups, businesses, and government to provide services to anyone who's under-resourced. And we have our nationally recognized center advocacy network that includes a certification program for volunteer victim advocates and advocacy services for anybody that calls our 24-hour crisis hotline or shows up at the center needing services related to advocacy. And we pride ourselves on warm resources, so we never hand somebody a list of phone numbers. We do the advocacy ourselves, and then we're proud to stay with our community until we know there's somebody on the other side that's providing them the services that they need. Next. Some of our programs that thrive at the center include Act 3, which is our senior engagement initiatives, and this is a vital resource for our members of our senior community who get their social engagement at the center. But we're also really fortunate to have hundreds of volunteers that work hard every year at the center, including last year where we had our volunteers contributed over 22,000 hours of service. Next. Our youth and family programming are some of the most vital services we offer at the center, including Pivot, which is our widely popular program for the whole family, where we work to develop strong communication with the goal of keeping the family together when a young person comes out and identifies as LGBTQ+. Next. We also have inclusive programming. This is our programming that is designed to provide a safe and affirming space for everyone who makes up the richly diverse LGBTQ+ community, helping to give voice and elevate visibility to some of our more traditionally marginalized community members. We're also proud to offer a variety of support services for people in recovery and to help them thrive through community and social connection, and to receive services through our Linkage to Care team that does outreach for people experiencing substance abuse. We can really go on and on here with a long list of programs and services, some of which that you see here on the screen listed. And we're genuinely proud to have Sands Cares as a partner that helps us to make it all happen so that we can better serve our community every day. So after launching Accelerator in January, we worked with the Sands team to identify our focus area, which is telling the center story more effectively to increase awareness, expand program participation, improve staff communication, and increase and diversify revenue. The center has, we're in our 30th year currently, celebrating our 30th year this year. And the center has a really remarkable story in the way that we have been able to serve residents throughout Southern Nevada, but we haven't always done a great job in telling our story. And so we're excited with Accelerator to be able to build our marketing, branding, and storytelling engine that will really drive the center for our future. And so some of our recent achievements since we just got started in January included that we created and agreed to the Accelerator capacity building goal, which is the focus I just mentioned. We retained consultants who have the expertise in this area of focus and are going to help us to do everything that we have set for our short and long-term goals. We've identified an internal team that's made up of both our staff and our board who are going to guide the program, and then we've agreed to our short and long-term goals. With the Accelerator opportunity, we are very excited at the center to cultivate a top-of-mind a mindset in the community that we are the provider of LGBTQ services in Nevada, that we're the first ones that people think of. We're also excited to strengthen our communication among our staff, our board, our volunteers, and just all of our stakeholders to ensure that our message is consistent and we're all consistently telling the center's story. And then certainly to expand community participation in our programs and services and to develop new sources of revenue and support. Once again, we're just sincerely grateful for this opportunity. We're excited for the road ahead as we prepare for a major expansion of our health and wellness services, and each of the categories that you see listed here, and Sands Cares is an essential part of making that happen for the betterment of our community. And so once again, thank you. We're excited to be part of all of this and to be working with all of you, and we look forward to the next 3 years.
Thank you so much, John, and the incredible team at the center. You are already regarded by so many in our community as a leader, and we are just absolutely thrilled to have you on board and can't wait to see all you accomplish in the next three years. I will now welcome back Kristen Coca for the main event. Kristen.
Thank you again, Jessica. And thanks to all of you for these outstanding presentations and the great work you're doing. It's wonderful to see the impact you're building toward or already making through the Sands Cares Accelerator. We now want to recognize our graduating member, Green Our Planet. Green Our Planet joined the Sands Cares Accelerator in 2020 and closed out its membership at the end of 2022. If anyone is tracking with that time frame, it was exactly during the arrival and apex of the pandemic. So as we recognize Green Our Planet's journey and accomplishments, it is even more remarkable to hear their story, knowing the extra challenges they faced. Kira Byrne from Green Our Planet is going to share full details about their work in the Sands Cares Accelerator, but I'd like to set the stage by commending them on several fronts. For dedicating the time and effort to fully leveraging the resources from the program to accomplish their goals. For becoming one of the great success stories for pivoting during the pandemic by altering courses and taking their work in a direction to meet the needs of both Green Our Planet as an organization and the communities, schools, and partners they serve. And finally, being a great team to work with and have as part of the Sands Cares Accelerator family. Now, let's hear more about Green Our Planet's journey these last 3 years and officially recognize them as the third graduate of the Sands Cares Accelerator. Since we aren't able to do an official walk across the stage to hand out their diploma, we planned time ahead of tonight's celebration. Let's take a look.
So thrilled to be here for the third graduation of our Accelerator program, and I'm with Kira Byrne, the co-founder and co-CEO of Green Our Planet. And Kira, why don't you, for starters, where are we? What's going on around us here?
Yeah, great to see you today, Ron, and
Thank
thanks
you.
for being here with us. We are at Elaine Wynn Elementary School, and we're in their school garden. And what a beautiful garden it is. So when I met Principal Newman back in 2018, she had this great vision how she wanted to turn this very ugly space into a beautiful, thriving garden for her students.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It really is. It's great. You know, as I said, you're the third recipient of our graduation in the Accelerator program, and it started in January of 2020, and then something sort of happened to all of us, right? We went into a global pandemic, and you know, candidly, Green Our Planet's operated an accelerator, you know, really with the pandemic as a backdrop the entire time. And initially, you had really a focus on sort of your marketing activities, and you guys didn't let the pandemic slow you down. You were actually able to sort of power on and maybe even exceed some of your original sort of goals in Accelerator. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would like to say that being a part of the Sands Accelerator has been huge for us. To your point, we were mostly in it during the pandemic, and what our goal was to scale our school hydroponics program and to start a corporate hydroponics program. And what happened in the pandemic with teachers going online, the beauty of that for us was, while it was challenging initially because we work, you know, hands-on in schools, with teachers becoming more familiar with being online, it allowed us to actually scale our programs quicker than we anticipated. And so, for example, that first year in the Accelerator, we implemented our hydroponics program at 20 schools, the second year 65, and this past year and our last year 250 schools in 37 states now are running the hydroponics program, and all online. And that's, you know, that is one blessing from COVID. There were a lot of challenges, obviously, but that's one of the good things is everybody's now comfortable working and being online.
Well, I know on behalf of SANS, we couldn't be more proud of the work that you've done, the work you continue to do, certainly in our community. We know you're going to continue to do great things moving forward. We're really proud on behalf of our company and our employees worldwide. I am very happy to present you with your graduation gift.
Wow.
A little token of our appreciation for being such a great member of our Accelerator program. And, you know, we'll be always here cheering you on and supporting you, but just wanted to say thank you for your continued efforts and congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, I think one of the beautiful things about the Accelerator program is that Green Our Planet, our entire team, really felt welcomed into the SANS family. And that is because not only were you very generous with the funding, but you also mentored many of our team members. So we had mentors from your marketing department. I had marketing mentoring from your finance department, and all of that was really helpful for us. And also we always felt that you were on our side and rooting for us and there to help in any way. So
that's great. We appreciate that. We appreciate the feedback. And one more to make it official. Here's your official diploma, if you will.
Awesome.
You've completed the SANS Care Accelerator, and hopefully you'll continue to be a proud alumni of our program.
Yes, and we will be happy to help any future Accelerator members. It'll be our delight.
That's great. Kira, thanks so much for everything. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, SANS.
Thank you.
Now please welcome Kira Byrne, co-founder and co-CEO of Green Our Planet, to provide an overview of their SANS Cares Accelerator accomplishments.
Thank you so much, Kristen. Thank you, SANS team. Thank you, Ron Reese and Kristen Koch and all the team, Blair. And a special thank you to our facilitator of the last few years, Jessica Rausch. It has been, let's face it, a wild ride. You were, I felt like we were on a rocket ship together, and you were calming us down and encouraging us to keep going during what was a challenging time, I think, for all nonprofits. So as Ron pointed out and Kristen pointed out, you know, we had our first meeting at the beginning of 2020, and we had this beautiful, shiny plan about how we were going to create our very first awesome marketing strategy. But of course, that all changed by February, just a month later. And we, you know, we gathered our team together and we said, okay, we can't access schools. We can't go in and access the outdoor gardens. And what can we do? And we had this very fledgling program that we had just started developing, the hydroponics program, but these were systems that we were able, you know, to deliver into schools. And so we went back to SANS and we said, well, we think that we could really put some energy behind the hydroponics program. And that first year, we actually shipped hydroponic systems to teachers' homes because they were in their homes teaching kids. And so we were teaching teachers online how to grow food hydroponically, and then how to use curriculum to teach students and keep them engaged and happy and do cooking lessons and all the rest. But what was so beautiful about working with the SANS team was just how comprehensive that the accelerator was for us. You know, at a time when funding was leaving our account because, you know, there were so many needs during COVID and school gardens were certainly not a priority. Many of our funders were putting their funds into other nonprofits. And so SANS was like, no, we're sticking with you. You know, we got you. Let us help you. Let us help you figure this out. And having a partner during that challenging time was really tremendous. The other thing that I alluded to in the film there was the mentorship. It wasn't just me who received mentorship, but many of our staff, you know, said to me, I really would like mentorship around marketing. I would like mentorship about management. And the SANS were extraordinarily generous. And they, you know, they found awesome team members who are extremely experienced and partner them with our team. So, you know, I would say to the, you know, our other partners at Art Outreach and Green Future, and especially, of course, to John and the team at LGBTQ, you know, I'd say, I think the number one thing that we did that was awesome with SANS was creating relationships with them and their amazing team, because they truly are extraordinary. And the final thing that I would like to add really is just, you know, having the partners in, you know, so we met Eve and we met Joey, and, you know, it was very cool being part of an international accelerator. So we had a team in Singapore, Art Outreach, and Macau with Green Future. And it just felt like it was special to be part of this. And it is very special. And I'm so excited for all of you. You've so many awesome adventures ahead of you. Eve, your team at Art outreaches and amazing things with the Hearth program, making it a flagship program. I want to bring that to Vegas, and I bet John will help us. And also to Joey, I would love to bring your recycling programs to our corporations that we work with. How amazing. And John, you have 3 very exciting years ahead of you. I'm so delighted, happy to meet with you for coffee at any time. And so I would like to finish out with a video of where you can hopefully see our school hydroponics program scaling across the country, now in 250, well, we're actually in over 600 schools. This year we did over 250. Our goal next year is 500, and we're impacting over 250,000 students. So I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you so much to my amazing team and board and sponsors, and especially to SANS. Thank you.
Raining and sunny, sunny, like you won the lottery, but I ain't talking about money, money. Can't stop now, I'm on a roll. This euphoria feels phenomenal, like the tingling from my head to toes. Ain't no doubt about it, no doubt about it. Come on, feels so good. Makes you dance without any music, music. You don't even need it to make it shake it and move it. Just do it. Can't stop now, I'm on a roll. This euphoria feels phenomenal. Like the tingling from my head to toes. Ain't no doubt about it, no doubt about it. It's so good, better than my birthday. It's so good, higher than a jet plane. It's so good.
Hydroponics is great because it covers so many things. Do we have soil in here? We're going to have to investigate. It has the kids investigating, reflective thinking, and look and learn and wonder. That's the big thing. We want them to wonder and use their imagination. What was your favorite part?
When we had to put the rock wool and then put the rock wool into the mommy hydroponics.
The mommy hydroponics. Do you like mommy hydroponics?
I love hydroponics.
Never be afraid, never be afraid to grow.
Space Cafe is basically a space-themed cafe where we give out plants we grew in the school for free.
Welcome to the Space Cafe.
Why, thank you very much.
How many people will be dining today?
Just one.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to the Space Cafe. What would you like to order today?
The Martian freshly harvested mixed greens topped with grape tomatoes.
Would you like croutons?
Yes.
All right.
Use your heart to show you care. Come on and celebrate the world. Celebrate.
Thank you so much. Wow. Very solid.
Like it? It's better with doing it with your hands.
very happy about the use of hydroponics, being able to teach kids about how to grow their own food and understanding about, plants and growing things. Very happy for this new skill that he's learned.
It went good. I loved it. This makes me feel like proud and happy.
Congratulations, Green Our Planet. You've accomplished so much clearly in the last 3 years, and it has been just an absolute joy and pleasure to work with you and watch you grow, and cannot wait to see what comes next for you. In our last few minutes here, I would love to invite all of our members to, come on camera so that you can say a final goodbye. And Kira, as you know, your fellow members shared some questions with you in advance, and thank you so much for answering those in your remarks. That was really meaningful. So really appreciate all your time. So John, I see John, Joey, if you could come on video. You have some fans, Kira. Eve. And I also want to take a moment to acknowledge, as everyone's coming on video, that the SANS Cares Accelerator program, it really takes a village to make sure that all of the supportive services and the funding and all of the encouragement is truly felt by members in a way that does accelerate their progress. And so we have quite a few folks on our Zoom or on our Teams meeting tonight who I'd just like to take a moment to shout out in our last few minutes here. So of course, globally, we have the incredible Ron Reese and Katerina Tesarova. Katerina has joined our meeting this evening and this morning. And then from Macau, we have Stephanie Zhao and Sarah Arajo, who have been just wonderfully supportive in supporting Green Future and your growth. We also, from Singapore, have Tasneem Dijbarali and Val Chua. Appreciate you both so much, and I can see Eve shaking her head vigorously. I know that they've been, just great champions of yours and our outreach. And then, of course, the Vegas team, Kristen Coca, Jack Bonner, Blair Davies, and Lisa Falsetti. And then the many, many incredible SANS team members who have supported the growth of Accelerator over the last handful of years. And so with our last minute, just want to congratulate Green Our Planet and on your graduation. We look forward to your growth. And Kira, and Kira has her graduation statue.
Thank you.
And what a wonderful event, bringing everyone together and highlighting just the amazing work of the SANS Cares Accelerator members. We know you're going to keep doing big things. And so with that, I want to say good evening, good morning, and we look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Congrats again to Kiara and Green Our Planet.
Congrats.
Mm.